Greetings fellow developer, you're watching a series about JavaScript and the DOM. Hope you enjoy it. Today we're covering two questions. What is the DOM, or Document Object Model, and why is it useful? In essence, the DOM is a programming interface that us web developers use to play with the structure, content and style of an HTML web page. Essentially, it is a programming-friendly representation of what we created in our markup. Think of it as a big tree of many objects. The trunk is the big object, which has smaller objects like branches, which in turn can too have some objects attached to it. Another very useful feature of this representation is that some of these objects have things that allow us to change them. We call these methods. The concept may be hard to imagine at first, but let's look at it hands-on, then it'll make some sense. If we take a look at this web page, we're using Google, but any web page will work. The easiest way to look at and interact with the DOM is in the browser console. Access it in Chrome with Ctrl-Shift and I. The console allows us to write JavaScript and lately comes with nice shortcuts to select an object on the page. This is the syntax. We'll start with the whole document object and its children. We can just write document, but this returns the actual HTML. We want the object representation, so we'll do console.dir in brackets document. What you're seeing here is a DOM tree, the entire document and all its methods and objects. We'll get to those in future episodes. If you want a similar representation in your code editor, this is how you'll print the document to the console of your browser. The DOM tree consists of things called nodes or elements. A node or element in the DOM is a part or tag in your HTML. For example, we just accessed the document node, which has many properties, but we may as well look at the nodes that it contains with a special property. We'll get into this property in a future video, but this property is called child nodes. Once we tell the browser or code editor to access document.childNodes, you'll see all the elements inside the document printed out in an array-like node list. All these items are nodes or elements in the DOM. Note that all properties aren't like this. Some are actually functions that help us manipulate the DOM. For example, create element. Let's look at an example. If I rewrite the code to print out the document and call the method on the document to create and add a p tag, we can inspect the HTML to see our new dynamically added element. So to conclude today's short introduction, we can see that the DOM provides a useful interface for programmers to manipulate nodes on a document. In future videos, we'll take our magnifying glass and really look at the power of JavaScript and the DOM. Thanks for watching the video, and remember to hit the bell icon after subscribing so you don't miss the next episode. Farewell, programmers.